Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. Without further ado, let's get to today's projects. We have a few going on. Let's start with this one. We're doing our Gabion boxes. So we got 30 of these cattle panels. They are 16 foot by 4 foot. It's actually 4 foot 2 inches. A little bit more than 4 feet tall, as you can see here. This was cut at 4 foot, and this is 4 foot 2, so they're 2 inches taller on the outside. But when you take a 16 foot length and you cut it into quarters, it's 4 feet. So we wind up with this little bit of a difference on top here, which is fine. So our boxes is 16 foot long, 4 foot tall, and it's 2 feet deep. And the missus had a great idea. Instead of doing boxes like this stacked on top of each other too high, we'll do the next box will be half this thickness, so it'll be 1 foot by 16 foot. So it'll be 1 foot deep and 16 feet long and 4 feet tall. So when we put these together and stack them up, this side will be flush all the way up and down the bottom and the top section, and then this side will have a step, and then it'll go up like that. So the flush side will be the side that's on the outside where the dirt wall is, holding all the dirt and rocks back, keeping them from crushing the greenhouse once we get that in. But we have to build these walls first, so we're doing a couple of experiments here to see how this turns out. We don't have a concrete slab out here to work on, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to get these started. Once you get them started, though, that goes pretty quickly. It's just hard to get the bottom and the sides going, especially if it's windy out and you're doing this by yourself. Now, if you're going to copy me and do what I'm doing, make sure that when you're welding this stuff, you do it outside in a ventilated area and you do it upwind, because this is galvanized, and when you weld galvanized metal, it does create a dangerous gas that can damage your lungs and make you very sick. So try to do it in a well-ventilated area, and if you don't have that option and you are doing it in a shop, at least wear a respirator and have a fan going. That way you can make it through the project and don't wind up toast before it's even done. But we've got, let's see, the boxes have 3 spaces inside, and then we put these in the centers so that when we put rocks in here, it doesn't bow out too much. And what I think I'm going to do is call my local welding supply and see if they have some 1/4-inch steel rod that's about this thick. And then we may do some stitching in here in the middle to span the gaps here as well, so that we don't wind up with the bowing, because it's going to be a pretty precise build, so I don't want this metal structure and the rocks rubbing on the plastic panels for the greenhouse. So we'll have to, maybe in a couple days, we'll go to town and see what we can come up with. Looks like I put one of these in upside down. See, this one is flat on the top. It has a bar going horizontally. Oops, I put this one in upside down, and it has no horizontal bar. There's 2 at the bottom instead. Oh well. So anyways, when I get that 1/4-inch metal rod, I'll have to stick one across here to span this gap, because these will make a weak point. We've also got another one over here completed too. And we're not going to put lids on them until they're installed and filled with rocks, and then I'll bring a generator and the welder over, and then we'll put caps on them. Otherwise we won't be able to fill them up with rocks. So this one, this was my first one, so it's exactly perfectly straight, and I didn't make any mistakes. Okay, that's a lie. It's not straight, and I screwed up a little bit. Nothing's really square. If you go down here and look at the bottom on this side looks square, and if you look down on that side, the bottom kind of rolls up a little bit, and this thing waves, which is fine. I don't care. No one will ever know. I'll make sure that the side that's wavy is against the wall so you can't see it in the future. And then when we add the reinforcements, it may straighten it out a little bit. What else did we do? Oh yeah, we also finished burying the septic system in the leach field. Well, I guess mostly the leach field and part of the septic system. So that's all flat now. Got the little tractor out and scraped it down pretty flat. Hopefully we'll get some more rain, and that'll help settle some things down. And then we left this side of the tank open because it's not connected to anything yet. That way it's easier to access. So eventually we'll come out here and start cleaning all this stuff up. This will all be gone. This will just be a big empty space, and we'll just add it to the range out there so we can do some plinking. And then what else did we do? I guess that's it. Can't think of anything else that I wound up doing. Did just celebrate our 2-year anniversary on Sunday, so that was cool. We got 24 months down, and I got the missus a really cool bench for her anniversary gift. And this is it here. This is all made out of steel. Once I got this, I was looking at it and I thought, man, I could probably build one of these. This thing's really nice. It's really sturdy. It's not Chinesium. It does look like whoever welded it used flux core welding wire, which is fine. It's pretty comfortable. It's a nice little rocking chair. Rock back and forth in there. And the rocking mechanism looks like a leaf spring. Or not a leaf spring, a coilover, I mean, from a car. Possibly. But this thing's nice and comfortable. It's got a nice curve on the back. Yeah. Something we can hang out and watch the sunset when she's home from work, when she's not busy. And we got our first dryer. We got a washer too, but it broke, or it's broken. One of our neighbors sold their house, and the person that bought the house didn't want the washer and dryer, so we said we would take it. And the dryer works really good. It is gas, so we don't need to hook up a 220 volt system. So we got our propane tank hooked up to it. And I think this is where they're going to live for now. We're going to go pick up another washer tomorrow. Then we don't have to go into town to do our laundry, and we can really be off grid. Because we have to go to the laundromat in Tombstone to do our laundry. I don't think there's anything else going on. We're just working on these gabions, and then those are going to go inside the hole for the geothermal greenhouse. And then once the boxes are done, I think we're going to go over there and start working on the floor in the greenhouse. We've already dug the hole. We just need to get in there and get all the big rocks out of the way, and then level it out with the laser level, and then add some gravel. And well, before we do the gravel, we do the plumbing, and then the gravel, and then the gabions, and then the building itself. We're probably going to do a concrete form around the outside perimeter that the steel beams can be bolted to. That way it's nice and sturdy. But I think that's it, you guys. We're going to wrap this video up, so thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those in down below and give us a thumbs up. And as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long ways. God bless you all, and peace. And look at this view. We've been rain and hail and snow for the last 3 or 4 days. We had like our 5th winter this winter, or this spring, I should say.